there, yarn lovers, it's Gary and I'm coming to you from my happy place, the Yarn Corner here on Vancouver Island in Canada. So welcome, welcome, welcome. Today is Tuesday, June the 21st, 2022, and this is video number 150. So we're approaching or somehow in the midst of changing into our summer solstice, and I want to wish everyone a happy summer with whatever plans you have to enjoy in the sun, or if you're getting away with family, that you're having a safe trip. And for those friends who are in the southern hemisphere and embarking on a winter solstice, I want to say keep warm, enjoy your crafting indoors, and also if you're planning on those cooler trips, that you also have a safe journey. As you can tell by the title down below, I'm talking about a purchase that I made from Herrschners back in April, I believe. Yeah, the invoice says 24th of April, and this was all because they were having free shipping, and I wanted to jump at the chance of paying for those more, I guess, full ticketed price items that I really wanted to always, test out and try. And I thought, well, seeing I'm getting free shipping, I might as well give those items that keep going in and out of my cart a go. So I want to say, before I kick off and show this box of yarn, that I want to send my heartfelt thank you to Crystal over at Bag a Day for making a video on the gifts that I had prepared and made for her. She didn't need to do that, and I, in turn, have met so many wonderful, glorious people who have come to say hello. So welcome to the new people who have come across and left me those wonderful messages. I was beside myself with joy watching that video, and that's what makes me even want to give back more and enjoy the reward of, gracing someone with the beauty of knit and crochet and the handmade kind of gesture as well. So all of that stuff is great, and the connections I've made in this community have been amazing. I am inspired to keep videoing just because of the wonderful comments that come through. And you've always been welcoming, and you've always been very friendly. So thank you so much to all the people who have been with me for the beginning all the way to the new people that have come just recently. I want to say thank you. So let's talk about the yarn. Okay, it came in a box, and interestingly enough, Herrschners is one of the yarn companies that does ship in boxes. Sometimes I've received a couple of balls in smaller boxes as well, so they're well protected when they actually arrive. The website is great because they have another sister company, which is called Willow Yarns. They funnel through the same shopping cart. So if you don't see what you like on Herrschners, you can always go across to willowyarns.com and look to see whether there's something there. And they have a whole different array of different collections as well to choose from that you don't see on Herrschners' side. I believe that these ones are a combination as well from Willows and Herrschners. And I'm going to start with a new to me yarn line that I haven't tried before. It's been out there for some time, but it's another cotton yarn, and it's from Universal Yarn. I believe it might be a company that is relative to Premier. So that's what the label looks like. And I love this yarn. These are the same colorway. It's just that they've been spun and wound in these cakes differently. So you've got the darker colors in there, and you've got the lighter colors in this cake in the middle. So let's read about this a little bit, and I will give you all of my price points in in US currency, because it is a US store. And this is called Daybreak color 907. It's 100 grams in the cake, which gives me 230 yards or 210 meters, 100% cotton. They are saying here for knitting, use a 4mm set of knitting needles. Crochet is 5mm. They're suggesting here that you can machine wash and tumble dry this. So a great, easy to care for yarn. It's really soft to touch. I love it. I love the colors. They're kind of pastel-y, and it's made in, did I read it somewhere before? Made in Turkey. So that's awesome. And I could see myself wearing this as a garment. It doesn't need to be kitchen wear at all because it is quite a nice soft yarn that it wouldn't irritate your skin. And to me, it looks like it might be a 3-weight yarn, and it sort of fits in line with the amount of yardage that you get and meters as well for a 3-weight. Yeah, it's got lightweight there in the back. That's the instructions or details there. And they were $5.50 per cake. And I believe I got them on the Willows site. Absolutely lovely and soft. Yeah. So I've got a few more colors in the category here, the selection that they have. And this one was one of them here in these more tropical rainbow. I think a bird of paradise, kind of those wonderful birds that you see in a tropical forest. And love it. It's got a little shimmer to it as well. And that would be great for a stitch definition and showing up and showing off the colors and stitch work. This colorway is called Prism, and the color number, should you need it, is 909. Really, really soft. The next few are from the same collection as well, except they're treated a little differently. And this particular one that I'm showing you here is also the Cotton Supreme Waves. This feels a little different. And I think it might be because it's been wound tighter in the cake, or it might be the use of the dye, different dye. And it's called Saltwater, or the color number, should you want it, is 905. Yeah, really soft. Even though that it feels a little tighter spun and maybe a little slightly coarser than the other varieties that I've just showed you, I still would wear this against my skin. It would make a lovely shawl where you're kind of cutting into the shawl in different wedges or triangle shapes. I think that would work nice and moody and give it a kind of weathered look as well. It has, the dye's a little different from the other variety. I've also got it here in this color here called Autumn Apple. And there's a lot more white in the last two varieties that I showed you of the cotton showing through, the natural cotton. And the yarn, the dye itself is more of a batik resist, so you get to see some color and then some of the raw cotton. I love it. I love it a lot. There's a little fuzz to it, not too much. I can't wait to try it, work it up and see whether it is frog friendly or if it has some issues with splitting, because the twist on it, I would say, is kind of a medium to light twist. So we'll have to see how well that stays together. The next batch of yarn that I'm going to show you are also in cake form, and it is the Premier Sweet Rolls Frosty. Now, I've had this before. I'm just going to show you that so that you can see, because it's blowing out. There's light coming in from the window. So it's 245 yards or 244 meters in this 140 gram cake. It is 100% acrylic. And they are saying here you can machine wash this in warm water and tumble dry normal, suggesting a 5.5 millimeter set of knitting needles or a 5.5 millimeter crochet hook. And it is considered a 4-weight yarn, which I agree. That's kind of like a nice 4-weight. It ranges through all of these different colors. I'm not too sure whether it's going to self-stripe quite rapidly or if it's going to have a nice little transition between these different colors. And it is Oeko-Tex standard approved against many harmful substances. The color here that you're seeing is called Peach Fizz, and I absolutely love it. It's very, very soft. The price point on this universal sweet roll was $4.99. So I got two, which is enough for me to make a scarf. If I need to make a 6-foot scarf, I could potentially pair it with another yarn that I have in my collection. And I'm thinking more along the lines of the soft Smart Crafts yarn that I can add into this to stretch the colors a little further if I need a bit more. So yeah, absolutely squish squish. It's awesome. The next one that I got was another two of the Sweet Rolls Frosty, and I got them in this colorway here called Iced Coffee. They look different, don't they? Because they've been wound differently. This one has more of the darker tones in the middle and not so much light until you get to the outside of the roll. And then here it's all the white in the middle and then just a little bit of the dark tone. So I think it's however it is wound, that creates the different kind of look of the cake. And lastly, I have is one that I wanted to try out from a yarn company that I hadn't, or a brand of company that I have in my stash, but not in this collection. It is called Plymouth yarn, and it is hotcakes. So again, it's blowing out. And that's the color there. It's very pastel-y, and it has a lot of the beachy feel to it. Like I have it's like a spearmint going into more of a butter green color, then into an aqua. So yeah, it's quite a nice beachy feel to it. I think it'll work up into a nice scarf. And this is 75% acrylic, 25% wool, 200 grams in the cake, giving me 404 yards. The colorway is called No Name, but it's number 5, and it's made in Turkey. You can machine wash on gentle and tumble dry on low heat. So there are the suggestions for the knitting needle size as well as the crochet hook. And if you can see the colors better. Awesome. I can feel the wool in there a little bit. So just so that you know, it is a matte finish and it does have a slight tooth to it. But I think it would be great for holding out its structure if you're wanting to have a triangle stay a triangle or a rectangle stay a rectangle. Then once you wash this and like wear it, it's going to keep its form into the shape that you intended. Because of that wool factor, I think the wool actually helps it stay together. Yeah, I like it. I think it's very reminiscent to me on other cakes that are similar to these colorways. I know that Hobie has a few of them, and Lollipop being one. And I don't know whether this is a hard self-striping where you get no gradation between one color to the next, or whether it's soft. But we'll need to try out and see. So that is the last lot of yarn that I have to show you for the Herrschners / Willow Yarns haul, and some of the yarns that I wanted to try for a very long time. So I hope that you enjoyed that, and when you're shopping Herrschners or Willow yarns, that maybe some of these you might like to try, or if you've tried them before, let me know what you've made, what patterns that work successfully, especially for that universal cotton that I've got called Cotton Waves. I'd like to know whether any of you had success with pairing that with something that you've made, because I'd like to do something in summer that uses up some of the cotton. All right, with that, I will see you in the next video, and stay safe, and I'll see you soon. Bye.